Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our regular council meeting of August the 15th, 2023. At this time, I'd like to ask for a moment of silence for the passing of honorary firefighter John McGraw, and also condolences to our the mother-in-law of Councillor Snow, who passed away this week as well. Can we get the approval of the agenda of the August 15th, 2023 regular council meeting? Moved by Councillor Noel, second by Councillor O'Grady. Discussion? All in favour? Aye. Contrary minded, motion passed. And can we get the adoptions of the minutes of the regular council meeting of July 18th, 2023? Moved by Councillor Snow, seconded by Councillor Seymour. Discussion? All in favour? Contrary minded, motion passed. Moved by Councillor Snow, seconded by Councillor Seymour. Number 4, business arising from the minutes. Okay, we'll move on to number 5, proclamations, presentations, delegations. We have one proclamation, and that's for Fetal Alcohol Spectrum Disorder Awareness Month for September. I'll read that out. Whereas fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, FASD, is a diagnostic term used to describe impacts on the brain and body of individuals prenatally exposed to alcohol. FASD is a long-time disability. Individuals with FASD will experience some degree of challenges in their daily living and need support with motor skills, physical health, learning, memory, attention, communication, emotional regulation, and social skills to reach their full potential. Each individual with FASD is unique and has areas of both strengths and challenges. Whereas FASD-NL is a pan-provincial organization that educates, provides support and resources, and raises awareness about fetal alcohol spectrum disorder in Newfoundland and Labrador and Atlantic Canada. And whereas FASD-NL is leading a 3-year FASD prevention, awareness, training, and collaborative action project in the 4 Atlantic provinces. And whereas FASD Awareness Month is devoted to raising awareness to the fetal alcohol spectrum disorder to improve prevention of FASD and diagnostics and support for individuals with FASD, and broad public awareness helps to put FASD the map, and therefore I, Frank Butt, Mayor, do hereby proclaim the month of September 2023 to be FASD Awareness Month, as cause issued special occasions except in the town of Carbonear. Signed at Carbonear this 15th day of August 2023. Can we get a mover and a seconder for that? Moved by Councillor O'Grady, seconded by Councillor Seymour. Discussion? All in favour? Contrary minded, motion passed. Okay, we'll go to number 6, permits and correspondence. Councillor O'Grady.
Okay, your permits are listed in the number 3 in your drop box. If anybody wants to look, make sure there's no conflicts there. If not, resolve to approve permit numbers 10304 to 10334.
Moved by
sorry,
Councillor
10336, another page there.
Moved by Councillor O'Grady, seconded by Councillor Noel. Discussion? All in favour? Contrary minded, motion passed. Move on to 6.2, correspondence requiring council's decision. They're all going to be taken care of in the Public Works report. Okay, we'll move on to 6.3, correspondence received and action taken. You can have a look down through there. with some workshops and community events, and we'll have all that posted on the our social media sites as well. And move on, number 7, committee reports, administration and finance. Councillor O'Grady.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Administrative Finance Committee met on August the 3rd. Just a few things we'll just to bring to your attention. We did a lot of discussions again on some policies we're working on. Some to do with the Special Events Committee, so the director is going to coordinate some training on the code of conduct as well with the volunteers there. Accounts receivable update, taxes are still coming in. The property tax is up 87% collected, and the water and sewer is at 81%, and the business tax is at 90% collected, so taxes are coming in. Unfortunately, we did have to disconnect some water, some properties, so some of those have come in and made arrangements to pay or have paid their accounts, so still working on some of those. Our municipal enforcement officer position, I guess, has been awarded, so that person will be starting, I'm assuming, tomorrow? Okay, this person's starting tomorrow, so be a bit of a training period for him, I guess, for a while, but look forward to meeting him. Under the new business, again, as I mentioned, we're some of the volunteer committees, there were some questions about the procurement policy, so there'll be some training on that from there. And I think that's all I had there. If anybody has any questions.
Any questions for Councillor O'Grady? Thank you, sir. And we'll move on now to economic development, planning, and land use development.
Okay, so the
Councillor
chair of the
O'Grady again.
committee is not here, so I'm going to do that one as well. There is a bunch of, quite a lot of motions there, or some motions, so there's a couple other things I just wanted to point out. Again, we just wanted to remind people that when you come in and fill out an application for a permit, you still need to wait. Some people think if they fill out the permit, put it in, they're good to go, but you need to wait until that permit gets approved at the council level before you start to work on your project. So just keep that in mind, that just submitting the application is not the complete process. One other thing there under economic development, the Harvest Festival will be starting October 1st for the month of October, so there'll be lots of events planned and lots of support from the businesses. I do have some motions. So the first resolution says, whereas Civic number 154 Forest Road, Carbonear, completed an extension erected to the dwelling without a permit, contrary to Section 7 of the Town of Carbonear Municipal Plan Regulations, be it resolved that it is hereby ordered pursuant to Section 102 of the Urban and Rural Planning Act 2000 that you cease construction and take down and remove the extension erected, and you shall comply with this order on and before the expiration of 14 days of your receipt of the order.
Moved by Councillor O'Grady, seconded by Councillor Noel. Discussion? All in favour? Contrary minded, motion passed.
Okay. Second resolution, this is for some applications. So be it resolved to approve the following applications in accordance with the applications submitted, the Town of Carbonear Municipal Plan and Development Regulations and other conditions as specified. To erect a shed at 150 High Road South, a home office for a plumbing business at 11 Circular Road, which will operate from no fixed address, conditional upon no objections to the discretionary notice, and in accordance with General Regulations, Section 10, discretionary powers of attorney, and further conditional upon coming back to council for further review if there are objections to a discretionary notice. A nail salon business from 196 Water Street, conditional upon receipt of approval from Service NL and other applicable government departments and agencies. And an extension to a deck for a wheelchair ramp at 10 Irishtown Road in accordance with General Regulations, Section 10, discretionary powers of attorney.
Moved by Councillor O'Grady, seconded by Councillor Seymour. Discussion? All in favour?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion passed.
That's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Any questions for the Development Committee? Thank you. Move on to 5C, Committee Reports of Recreation, Special Events, Culture and Tourism. Councillor Noel, was it?
Okay, and number 6, you'll see the minutes of the recreation.
Your microphone?
Thank you, Ms. Abbott. In slide 6, you'll see the minutes from the Recreation Committee meeting that was held on August 2nd. There are no motions from this, but they just want to update the public. Firstly, we'd like to thank the Special Events Committee for the work that they've done over the summer for having events during the Carbonear Day festivities. And Mr. Button has some other information there, but I'd also like to point out that the scoreboard installation, the bases have been done, so people will be glad to hear that, and the sign should be going up, the post should be up in the near future, so we're looking forward to having that completed. And that pretty well, Mr. Button will cover the rest of it, so if you have any questions, you can just bring them on.
Any questions for Councillor Noel? Thank you, sir.
Okay, in 7A, you'll see the minutes from the Public Works, Mace Management and Community Services Committee from August 15th, and there's quite an extensive list of resolutions here. Resolution number 1, be it resolved to approve the following streets or sections of streets as per the list and estimates provided for paving upgrades from the 2023 asphalt operating budget, which includes Whites Road, Earls Lane, Chapel Hill, Warehams Road, Mutryville, Kimberley Place, Southside Lower Road, street off Bunker Hill to Civic numbers 14 and 16, Whitley Drive, and a paved walkway accessible parking to a recreation complex.
Moved by Councillor Noel, seconded by Councillor Snow. Discussion? All in favour? Contrary minded, motion passed.
Resolution number 2, be it resolved to approve Water Street Phase 2, change order number 2, to extend the project by 4 additional working days.
Okay, I think I'm in conflict there, Mr. Mayor.
No.
Step number 2
No.
and number 3.
Water Street.
Two. You're not.
That's
Okay,
Water Street.
not, okay.
Very good. Settle down there. Moved by Councillor Noel, seconded by Councillor Snow. Discussion? All in favour? Opposed? No, not opposed. Go ahead.
Resolution number 3,
Now you can step out. Yes, there we go.
he's pretty anxious, get out of here.
That's phase 2, so
Yeah.
we have too many people, we have 3 people. we don't have to-
That's 2, so that's outside, yeah.
Yeah, that's phase 2,
How about
so
that?
one brother's house is there.
Okay.
So we'll withdraw that resolution.
Yeah, okay, well, we got, is it 3 members of the council here today are not, are in conflict?
You know,
Or
not
potentially?
solved.
Okay.
We don't have a quorum.
Well, we'll have to leave that resolution number 3,
So-
or can
The
we?
new regulations, when does it say that you can vote, you can have less than quorum vote?
Didn't you go down to 2?
That's right, you can, yeah.
Because.
That's
in
right,
that
you can,
situation,
that's
you
right.
could- We could go down to as few as 2, right?
That's right, yeah,
We did that there last.
yeah, okay.
last
Yeah,
council.
just let me grab the,
We're just gonna-
But in this situation here, where the project is already done, pretty much, gone over, but we approved the project without these people, is there, like, we're not gonna stall it now and not complete it, so can't they not?
well, this is actually
Phase 2.
not approving the tender, because people, wait, that's the one.
Cancel.
Okay, right,
This is the
yes,
new
gotcha,
one.
yes,
This is
yeah,
the new
the other
one.
one. Phase 2.
Okay, let me grab that real quick.
If I want to go back to okay. All right, go ahead. So skip number 3 right now and go to number 4.
Resolution number 4, be it resolved that the town of Carbonear submit its capital investment plan to the Department of Municipal and Provincial Affairs for gas tax funding in the amount of $447,639.01 for the Powell Drive Phase 3 Storm Sewer and Street Upgrading Project.
Moved by Councillor Noel, seconded by Councillor O'Grady. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion passed. Yeah.
Keep going, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Resolution number 5, be it resolved to approve change order number 1, Adelaide Street, number 17 dash,
Okay, hold on. Yeah, we can get that after. Yeah. Right, so Councillor Snow is stepping down because his sister lives in that area.
okay. From the top, resolution number 5, be it resolved to approve change order number 1, Adelaide Street, number 17 dash MYCW dash 22 dash 00030, water, sewer, storm, and street upgrading in the amount of $26,746.01.
Moved by Councillor Noel, seconded by Councillor Seymour. Discussion? All in favor? Contrary minded, motion passed. Are you ready? Okay, we can go back to resolution number
Okay, so
3.
the new legislation says where it's a reduced quorum, section 7.1 states where one or more councillors have declared a conflict of interest under subsection 6.1, and the number of councillors remaining at the meeting is not sufficient to constitute a quorum, then, notwithstanding any other act, regulations, or regulation of council, the number of councillors remaining, where not less than 2, shall be considered to constitute a quorum for purposes of discussion and voting on the matter being considered by the council. 6.1 basically lists conflict of interest of councillors. So basically where a councillor knows they're in, they declare that. So that's referring to councillors declaring a conflict of interest, which is what's happening in this case. So when that happens, as long as not less than 2, it indicates that the remaining councillors can make that decision.
Okay, so Councillor
Yeah, my brother lives there. so,
O'Grady has
yeah.
a brother who lives in that area. Councillor Snow has a sister as well, and Councillor Seymour has a sister.
A sister-in-law.
Huh?
Yep.
Sister?
Mother-in-law.
Oh, mother-in-law, excuse me.
Sister-in-law.
Do you want me to reread that one now? Mr.
Just as well, I guess.
Okay. Resolution number 3, whereas the Adelaide Street Phase 2 tender is over budget by approximately $500,000, and whereby there are no additional funds to complete this project, be it resolved to cancel the tender call and reevaluate the project scope for retendering.
Moved by Councillor Noel, seconded by Mayor Butt. Discussion? All in favor? Contrary minded, motion passed. Okay, guys, you can come back to your seats.
So we're down to number 6 now, correct?
Yes.
Resolution number 6, be it resolved that we, the ultimate recipient, Town of Carbonear, accept cost-shared funding as outlined in the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure Project Approval Letter dated the 31st day of July 2023, project number 17-GI-24-00051, greenhouse and chlorine building upgrades with a total project value of $279,678. This council agrees to provide the ultimate recipient share value of $50,724 in funding for this project and authorizes the mayor and the town clerk to enter into a funding agreement with the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure on behalf of the town of Carbonear.
Moved by Councillor Noel, seconded by Councillor O'Grady. Discussion? All in favor? Contrary minded, motion passed.
We're halfway there. Resolution number 7. Be it resolved that we, the ultimate recipient, the town of Carbonear, accept cost-shared funding as outlined in the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure Project Approval Letter dated the 31st day of July 2023, project number 17-GI-24-00052, Beach Road sewer sizing with a total project value of $480,789. This council agrees to provide the ultimate recipient share value of $87,199 in funding for this project and authorizes the mayor and the town clerk to enter into a funding agreement with the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure on behalf of the town of Carbonear.
Moved by Councillor Noel, seconded by Councillor Snow. Discussion? All in favor? Contrary minded, motion passed.
Number 8, Be it resolved that we, the ultimate recipient town of Carbonear, accept cost-shared funding as outlined in the Department of Transportation Infrastructure Project Approval Letter dated the 31st day of July 2023, project number 17-GI-24-00053, Crossroads Water Sewer Road upgrades with a total project value of $889,033. This council agrees to provide the ultimate recipient share value of $162,874,000 in funding for this project and authorizes the mayor and the town clerk to enter into a funding agreement with the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure on behalf of the town of Carbonear.
Moved by Councillor Noel, seconded by Councillor Seymour. Discussion? All in favor? Contrary minded, motion passed.
Resolution number 9, be it resolved to accept the amendment to the mapping for Island Pond, Flings Pond protected water supply as provided by the Department of Environment and Climate Change Water Resources Division.
Moved by Councillor Noel, seconded by Councillor O'Grady. Discussion? All in favor? Contrary minded, motion passed.
Resolution number 10, be it resolved that the town of Carbonear accept cost-shared funding as outlined in the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure Project Approval Letter dated the 6th day of July 2023, 2026 multi-year capital works with provincial funding in the amount of $739,322. And be it further resolved that this council agrees to provide its share value of the funds for this project and authorizes the mayor and the town clerk to enter into a funding agreement, if required, with the Department of Transportation Infrastructure on behalf of the town of Carbonear. And be it further resolved to complete the Lamarchand Street Extension Water Sewer Street upgrading up to and total approved funding provided to the town of Carbonear from this program.
Moved by Councillor Noel, seconded by Councillor Seymour. Discussion? All in favor? Contrary minded, motion passed.
Resolution number 11. Be it resolved to request approvals to borrow from the Minister of Municipal and Provincial Affairs from Scotiabank for a term of 5 years and with an amortization period of 10 years for an interest rate of 0.25% plus prime for the following projects and project estimates. PN 17-GI-24-00051, Screen House and Chlorine Building Upgrades, $50,724. PN 17-GI-24-00052, Beach Road Sewer Sizing, $87,199. PN 17-GI-24-00053, Crossroads Water Sewer Upgrades, $162,874. And 2023-2026 Multi-Year Capital Works, $184,831.
Moved by Councillor Noel, seconded by Councillor Snow. Discussion?
Just something, we've got a term of 5 years there, which is what
Yes.
we've typically done. But we actually received correspondence from our bank today that they're actually doing 3-year terms due to the volatility of, I guess, the rates. So we should probably amend that motion to say 3 years as opposed to 5. And again, this only just come in, we only got that notice today.
Okay.
So do you want that reread, or is this fine?
No,
like
if
that?
everybody agrees to.
Do we need a motion to
Make-
add it?
No, well, just that it'll be amended instead
Okay.
of saying 5,
3 years.
it'll say 3.
And still based on a 10-year?
It'd be, yes, 10-year
Okay.
I think you
amortization.
should read it all again.
What?
You should read it all again.
Okay, so moved by Councillor Noel, seconded by Councillor Snow. Discussion? All in favor? Contrary minded, motion passed.
Resolution 12. Be it resolved, repaint the crosswalk in front of 256 Water Street to rainbow colors.
Moved by Councillor Noel, seconded by Councillor O'Grady. Discussion? All in favor? Contrary minded, motion passed.
Resolution number 13. Whereas land at Civic number 45 Janes Avenue, Carbonear, Newfoundland, is being utilized or causing and are authorized to be utilized for the purpose of the carrying on of commercial operations, including the storage, repair, and operation of tractors, machinery, commercial mowers, vehicles, and other equipment related to the conduct of business, including landscaping and excavation, without permit, contrary to Section 7 of the Town of Carbonear Municipal Plan General Regulations. Be it resolved that it is hereby ordered pursuant to Section 102 of the Urban and Rural Planning Act 2000 that you cease all such business operations on the said land, that all vehicles, machinery, and/or equipment utilized in such business operation be removed from the said land.
Moved by Councillor Noel, seconded by Councillor Seymour. Discussion? All in favor? Contrary minded, motion passed.
And finally, resolution number 14. Be it resolved to proceed with the procurement process to obtain a prime consultants for the following projects: 2023 street upgrading and paving, screenhouse and chlorine building upgrades, beach road sewer sizing, crossroads water sewer road upgrades, Lamarchin Street extension, water, sewer, and street upgrades, and Powell Drive Phase 3.
Moved by Councillor Noel, seconded by Councillor Snow. Discussion? All in favor? Contrary minded, motion passed. Any questions for
That's it for
Councillor
Public
Noel?
Works.
No questions, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, move on to number 8, committee report, reports of CAO and department heads. CEO, the Chief Administrative Officer.
Okay, you can refer to item 8 in your Dropbox. Just highlight a couple of things there. Under revenue, we budgeted tax revenue of $5,564,012. Tax revenue levied to date is $5,565,608. So we have exceeded what we budgeted, just over $1,500. So we're in line with the budget for our revenue for so far. And if you go down to the expenses that's listed there, I get the department, the budget amount, and the actual for the end of June, because this is up to the end of June. Just takes some time to get some of the expenses in there and receive all the invoices, so we're usually a little bit behind till we get all that in. So as you can see, most are, well, they're all under what they should be at this time of the year. Just wanted to point out transportation services. It appears that it's shown that there's only 25% spent. But if you recall, we had a budget of 1.1 million because of carry forwards that we had under our asphalt budget. So we don't have any of those invoices posted there. So that's why it appears that we haven't spent much in that department. But that will obviously, once we receive those invoices for our paving, that percentage will go up and be closer to what it should be. But I mean, other than that, like I said, our expenses are well within our budget, and the revenue that we projected, we have that levied as well.
Any questions for the CAO? Thank you. Now we'll move on to the Director of Recreation, Mr. Budden.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just got a quick report there. It's not very detailed. I was away last week, so I didn't have much time the last few days to kind of put a few things together, but just want to bring to light a few things. As mentioned, the scoreboards, the bases have been done. I was actually talking to the company that's erecting those today, and they were originally scheduled to be erected the first week of September, but it looks like it's going to happen next week, so that's some good news to get them up. And that crossed off our list of things to do. Still waiting on the ball field lights that were approved, are ordered, they just haven't arrived yet, so we're still waiting delivery of those. As soon as they're in, we'll get those installed as well. Revenues and things you can see there, we're above what we were last year at this time. I haven't updated the pool visitors, but the lessons registration is pretty much ironed out. We got some of the, I know we had some questions last time as to the numbers, but they're pretty close to accurate, if not right on the money there now for this year. And as you can see, we're well ahead of what we were this time last year. Programs and grants, 3-on-3 street basketball tournament scheduled for September 9th to 10th. Registration is now live. We do have a couple of teams registered, and there's lots of chatter. Just people haven't pulled the string yet to kind of get their teams in and register for the event. So hopefully by the end of the week now, when registration closes, we'll have a few teams in that event to go off with a great success. Our summer program has concluded, and I would like to thank our summer students and staff for another successful year. Kids went away with lots of smiles and happy memories, so it was good. It was a good summer. As you're all aware, we had our Carbonear Day weekend last week, which was another great time. Unfortunately, our World Cup of Tiddly was affected by the weather and didn't get off this year. However, we did have our first co-ed softball tournament, which was deemed a great success, as well as many other activities scheduled over the course of the weekend. And again, I would like to thank the many volunteers in our special events committee for their hard work and dedication to that weekend. Next big event, I guess, for us is our summer concert, Rock in the Garden. It's happening on August 26th. Ticket sales have been going well, and we're looking forward to a great evening with Shanniganach and the Aldermen. And we'll also be hosting some local entertainment to get the night started. I don't have it in my report, but just wanted to bring some attention to, I guess, going back to our softball. Softball is still alive and well in Carbonear. I just want to kind of highlight some names here of players that have done well over this summer. I'll start with our U15 age group and the Newfoundland Selects team. From Carbonear, Aaron O'Leary participated with that team, and they won a silver medal at National Championship. We had our U17 Newfoundland Selects traveled as well, and Drew Deering from Carbonear participated on that team. This week now, our U20 Newfoundland team are away, participating in the National Championship, and from Carbonear we have Reed Deering, Adrian Green, Jacob Kennedy, Josh Kennedy, and Matthew King participating as athletes. And the coaching staff, we have David Kennedy and Charlie Deering from Carbonear that are part of that group. The U17 female selects, we had two girls from Carbonear participate at the national championships, which was Brooklyn Short and Lily Slade. And just today we had Adrian Green from Carbonear named to the U18 men's national team. I think September, first week of September, we'll go participate in the Pan Am game, or Pan Am competition. So that's, as I said, we have a great, I guess, contingent of softball players from Carbonear that are excelling, and I'd like to just acknowledge their hard work and congratulate them on the job well done. And just locally, this past weekend, our U17 Carbonear Islanders hosted a provincial tournament, and they won the silver medal. So congratulations to them as well. So that's it for my report. Just if you have any questions, feel free to.
Any questions for the director? Councillor Noah?
No, I'd just like to add to what Mr. Button said there. Of course, all these athletes who are given these opportunities within the town, these would never have these opportunities without the volunteers who step up. And I'm sure Mr. Button recognised that as well. And thank the coaches who gave them their start, and their parents who continue to support them in their endeavours. And we're pretty proud of the athletes from all the swimming, the softball, whatever is on the go. So we need volunteers, and let's hope we can encourage more to stay involved and help the show improve as the time goes by. I just have one question on the basketball tournament. Not that I'm entering a team, but I went in and tried to go through the process. So do I have to set up an account? No, I'm not real good with the technology.
Yeah, so the registered would have to set up an account within the system, and then they can put in the whole team underneath that.
I was just thinking there might be something to advise, because people, you know, they got to go in there and set up an account. I don't know if some instructions first saying to register a team.
Right,
some
again,
steps or something.
I'll have a
It
look
might
at
help
that for
the
sure.
enrollment numbers, right?
Yep, okay,
Okay.
I'll have a look. Sure, thanks.
Thanks.
Is there any way that they might be able to just come into the pool and drop off their team? That's one.
Well, no, it has to be registered to the system, so, because they got to put in all kinds of information, like their MCP numbers and all that kind of stuff, so it would have to be entered into the system, yeah.
No,
Councillor
also just get a plug in for the CBN Legendary Car Club at their car show this weekend at Paddy's Garden. So
Yeah,
all the
that's correct,
funds in
yes.
aid of Special Olympics. So come and enjoy the cars.
Thank you, sir. Okay, move on to letter C, Director of Operations and Public Works, Mr. Farrell.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor. So yeah, I got a pretty short report here myself. For anyone who's counting, we've got 242 ton of asphalt placed this year to repair potholes throughout town. After the mild temperatures and the freezing temperatures and mild again during the winter, we had an inordinate number of potholes. Other facilities, of course, we have a mandate to do annual inspections as a minimum, and those inspections are completed for our facility assets. We have our new MEO starting tomorrow, which was mentioned earlier. When it comes to our capital works projects, Valley Road Phase 4 has started. The construction has started, to be specific. Water Street Phase 2, it appears as though most of the light bases are installed, and they're planning on doing the road work there in short order. Adelaide Street Phase 2, we had a few tenders submitted for that one, for that tender call. That was over budget, as was mentioned earlier. With Grassy Lane, the design is underway. We're thinking we're going to call for tenders in early 2024, maybe April sometime. For Adelaide Phase 1, the final lift of asphalt is scheduled to go down this week or next week. And other than that, there's only a few minor cleanups around the site, and that project will be finished. And the only other item I have for my report is a draft resolution for a new flow sensor. So that's Councillor Noel will bring that to council.
Whereas the flow sensor at the lift station has reached the end of its useful life, and whereas a new sensor is needed to continue monitoring sewer flows in accordance with the wastewater system's effluent regulations, be it resolved to purchase a new sensor from Can-Am Instruments for $5,529.11 plus HST.
Moved by Councillor Noel, seconded by Councillor Snow. Discussion? All in favour? Contrary minded, motion passed. Any questions for the Director? I have one question. Phase 3 of Water Street, is it possible to have solar lights instead of electrical lights for that section?
I mean, we can have that conversation with the consultant during the design. They're about to get underway with the preliminary engineering now, which is mostly data pickup from the field. But I can throw it by them and see what
I
they
just
say.
throw it out there. Some people have mentioned that, you know, maybe we should be going with more green, but I don't know. Electricity is still green, I guess.
The lights are LED, which
Yeah.
are very energy efficient in themselves. And they will be LED, whether they're solar or on the grid. And of course, our grid is mostly supported. A lot of it comes from Holyrood still, but we've also got the hydro stations, right? So
Sure. It may be cheaper, no electrical wiring, that is.
We just would have to discuss with them, I guess, to make sure that,
Yeah.
I guess the sunlight will be enough to
Yes, charge them up.
have those lights charged, like even during our winter months
I
and
know.
things, so.
Okay, thank you, sir. Move on to number 9, finances, operating invoices over $2,000. Councillor O'Grady.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The operating invoices are listed there in your Dropbox. Resolved to approve operating invoices over $2,000 in the amount of $175,278.61.
Moved by Councillor O'Grady, seconded by Councillor Snow. Discussion? All in favour? Contrary minded, motion passed.
I have some capital invoices as well. There's Harborside Transportation Consultants. I have 2 invoices. Invoice number 2787 for $20,918.50. Invoice number 2843 for $8,360.50. These are for Powell Drive upgrading Phase 2, by the way. And the Concord Paving, claim number 2 for $28,492.89. And then there's 2 more invoices for the paving program for 2022. Harborside Transportation Consultants, invoice number 2844 for $4,252.13. And invoice number 2845 for $19,159.18.
Moved by Councillor O'Grady, seconded by Councillor Noel. Discussion? All in favour? Contrary minded, motion passed. Okay, move on to 10, number 11, new business none. Took part in a couple of celebrations, or one celebration on past Saturday. That was the 60th anniversary celebrations for Heber and Harriet McGurk. Their anniversary is on Thursday, but they had a little surprise thing for them, so I just want to wish them a happy anniversary, and we'll provide them with a certificate on Thursday. On Thursday past, the DQ had their treat day, miracle treat day. I took part in that as well, along with a number of other people. I got used to be able to now flip over the flurry without wasting it, but it doesn't work very well with a Sunday, so just want to let you know on that. And also, our composting program is still on the go at the St. Patrick's Community Garden, and it will be going on until the end of October. So every Friday, if you haven't got your containers already, you can still bring up your materials, I guess, to be weighed, and it will be all put into the compost bin, and at some point in time, you'll be able to pick it up. Moved by Deputy Mayor, Councillor O'Grady, seconded by Councillor Seymour. This meeting adjourned. I'm not sure when our next meeting is. September 12th.